Welcome back, guys. So we want to create our login function. We have already created the login registration, so let's check through if everything is all right. All the IDs are set, so we'll go to our main activity.java to create the function. So let's check everything is all right. Okay, so we are going to bring in the edit text, the button, the text view, the edit text for the email login, the edit text for the password login. So let's bring them in. Let's initialize them. After we finish, then we come to create our functions. Let's also do it for the button. Say button login. All right. So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to proceed. What next? We need a progress dialog in case if the request is being sent to the database and is delaying, so it will be loading to give the user hope. So initialize the progress dialog. Progress dialog is equal to new progress dialog on this activity. So the next thing we are going to do, we're going to set progress dialog dot set message processing. So that is it. So I think everything is all right. Let's create the button, set on click listener to the button, so that when user click on the button, we'll be able to log in before we'll be able to perform anything in the app. So we set variable to get input from the button. So set the variable as a string. Email login is equal to email text email login dot get text dot to string dot trim. So we'll do likewise for the password. Which is set a variable password login is equal to text password login dot get text dot to string dot trim. So what again? Set an if statement. Alright, there's something that we need to do. We need to create a separate function. So let's cut everything here and create a function that whenever you click the button, it will trigger this function, and this function, it will trigger this method, and the method will be where we are going to write our function to install, get the user input from the database and help the user to log into the app. So first of all, validate the user input. I think that is not the best way. Set email login dot testImplementation. Okay, testImplementation dot email if it is empty, then set error for the user. The error will be, please enter your password, enter your email, will return. Then we'll do likewise for the password. If testImplementation dot is empty, if testImplementation dot is empty, password. what all right, is empty, password, login. Then we set text user login, text password login. Say please enter your password. All right, so the next thing we are going to do is this. We will return it first. Return. Okay, we need sorry for that. We need a progress dialog. We set it to show. The progress dialog should show. Then that function we just written is to avoid when user click on outside. We don't want the progress dialog to dismiss until the request is completed. So there's some things we need to do, which is the Firebase, but we have not referenced our edit text by ID. So let's just after doing the password, the Firebase, after we have initialized the Firebase, which we have already done, so I think we need to reference our, let's finish this and go and reference our password. Although let's just finish this first. Dot add on click listener, new on click listener. So close it by semicolon. Then if tax dot is successful, dismiss the progress dialog. If the task is successful, send the user to the home activity. After task is successful, that is user has successfully, the program was already getting the user input from the database. The next thing is to send the user to the next activity, which is the home activity. Then tell the user login successful. Login successful. Else progress dialog dot dismiss again. If there is an error, login fail. So everything is all right. Remaining that we need to reference all our IDs. If we don't do it, there will be an error. So we need to go and do that. So let's check through. So I think that is the only thing that is remaining. So reference everything by the ID. So let's reference the edit text, email, use password, reference the password, and also the email by the ID, so that it will link to the XML. We need to do likewise for the button. Is equal to new find view by ID btn login. All right, everything is okay. So we need to test our app. We need internet connection. So let's run our app and see if everything is all right. So let's wait for our emulator to come up. Let's just wait a moment. Let's wait a moment. We also need to check our Firebase to see the details on the Firebase so that we can use it to log in. So we'll check the details on the Firebase because it must correspond. So let's type in the test@gmail.com. The password 123456. Click login and see. You can see login successful. So you can see that everything is working. So thank you. The next thing is to work on our home page. See you in the next class.